cold. Cold in here.
How you feeling?
Good. Yeah, good.
Have you ever had a moment in your career like that where you had a collision on the sideline?
No, I haven't. But it felt like I tore my knee up 1976 playing shortstop against Rhode Island. So it felt the same way. But my knee got caught on the bag and I got caught on something and I was fine. I was knocked out for a little bit, but then just went up in the box. Took a while with all the drama with the tunnel, so, but yeah, I'm all right.
What drama was that? Just the two teams having to go up and,
Well, they wait, the band's there too, and then they couldn't get me to have X-rays until everything cleared out. So that and then they got to drive all the way around the stadium to get up into the press box. But I got there about midway through the third quarter, something like that.
What did the X-rays show?
They said nothing. There wasn't anything broken, so that's good. I'd had surgery and I had reconstruction surgery. They said, I got all metal in there. I had that done like 2018. I think that helped it. So, so I just got a sprained MCL or something like that.
Sprained MCL.
Yeah. So I'll go up in the box the next 2 games.
Was there any doubt that you wanted to continue to call plays that game instead of?
What's that?
Was there any doubt that you wanted to continue to call plays?
No, there wasn't any doubt. No, there wasn't. I was getting ready to, if we got the ball back for a 2-minute drive, at the end of the half. So unfortunately we didn't get that chance, but, so.
what's the difference between calling plays up there and being down on the sidelines? What do you gain?
Yeah, some you can see better, Casey will probably be happy I'm up there, Nah, just kidding. All the quarterbacks will be. When I first, I'd been up there 1 year in 2008. I didn't call plays with the Eagles, but you can see better. You can see things, and you don't have the feel of the game like you do on the sideline. But all the years as a head coach, I was on the sideline, so it was fine there. As I said, probably be a little bit more organized for halftime. You don't get to the locker room is quick, but you probably a little bit more organized, and we'll see how it goes.
You feeling more encouraged about Casey's chances this week?
Yeah, a lot more. He's more important than I am, and so yeah, he's practiced some, and then I guess they said, I don't know. Unfortunately, Chubb was out, and Logan's had some reps, has had reps, and so we'll go from there.
Is there a genuine chance that Jared Sinek may have to play in this game if Casey can't go?
Yeah. That's why you got 3 snaps. Try to get him there at the end, just so I told the quarterbacks. We had it in a meeting. I said, hey, give Jared advice if he has to go in. So they all did. Then I told him the story about Ben's first time against the Ravens, and his first pass was an interception to, I think it was D'Adelius Thomas. He came to the sideline. I didn't have a pleasant thing to say, and he just looked at me and said, I threw my first pass in college to Larry Foo. It was an interception. So I said, Jared, don't do that. Doesn't mean you're going to be a Hall of Famer, but, just relax and play. So even just getting out there could help him. So
How did Casey look today?
I mean, he was fine. We're limiting a lot of stuff that way. He just hadn't practiced in a while, and we'll look at the practice today and giving him enough that way. We don't want to push it, so we'll just see where he's going to be.
Not that you can change anything about the last 2.5 games, but how much different would they have been if he had played?
I don't. We were. I mean, Illinois, we had a good plan. I thought coaches put together, and had a lot of yards. it's just different when you don't have the guy there that, and nothing against the other guys. It's just he's been getting the reps, and there's a chemistry that you build between the receivers. You know, Chuba and Logan don't throw to Trey. They don't throw to Travis. You don't get those reps, so it's a different kind of thing there. And I thought Chuba took a step at Michigan. I thought he carried himself with a lot of confidence. I was really pleased. I told him I was proud of him. You know, after the game, and said you look like a quarterback, and the players around him were, you know, and unfortunately he got hurt, and so now you worry about you have practice. It's like, to me, it's kind of like I said to him, this is like the first game of the season, where can't do all the things we've done. You know, there's plays that you may run last week that you don't have to run, and there's timing things that you can get in one-on-one drills or things with the receivers. So, you know, we'll just see where he's at tonight when they come back from meetings, and then look at the practice and go. But there's been a uptick, I would say, in the way we've gone about our business. The players have been really good these 2 days. They've had a lot of energy, and they've been fun to be around.
When did Cynic start to pop out to you, and what made him? What are the traits that have kind of caught your eye about him?
Well, you know, in spring, the last 5 series, he had a couple in the spring game and a couple scrimmages. He scored touchdowns, and when I asked the quarterbacks who wanted to go live in the scrimmage, he was the first one that said, "I do." So that to me is important. And even Frosty said, you know, we've never gone live. I said, well, I'd like to go live. We'll see what they got. That's the real thing. So, you know, we didn't, because of numbers, we didn't bring him back into camp, and he's just gotten better and better. I asked the defensive coaches down there. I watch the tape some, not as much. My son watches it more. Ask how he's doing, and you know, they all said, "Hey, Jared's really been the one that is really given the best look and done a really good job." And those other 2 guys have done well. So I just made a decision and talked with Mickey about it, and so I said, I think Thursday to him. You know, I said, in front of the quarterback, what's the most people you played in front of? And he goes, spring game. So I said, well, you'll beat that this week at Michigan. So he's done a really good job. Good kid, works hard, does a really good job in the class. Just, you know, does all the things right. And as I said, you put it on tape, and he's put it on tape when he's gotten the opportunity. So that's why he's 3 down.
1 or 2 more.
How is Torres coming along?
Good. Those guys have been good, and I told them, you know, hey, make decisions. You know, just because I'm not down there doesn't mean that I don't watch it and those things. But guys have missed too many passes, and you know, it's a production business, and I made a decision. I'll see what you can do with it. You know.
You've still just been here a short time with the senior class being honored this week. What stands out about that group?
You know, I honestly, I don't ever look at what year they are. So I don't even know I don't know what we do here, you walk or whatever. I haven't even thought about that. I know Travis has been the one leader, the senior, and you know, certainly I'll mention something, which I always have, because it's your last home game. Because unfortunately I lost mine to Dartmouth, so I've always brought that up to every team I've been around, and say, hey, when you go back, you come back to Nebraska, you want to have good memories, and that'll be the last one you play. So, you know, so we'll bring that up on Friday night more than in the offensive meeting.
Did you ever face Jim Leonard when you were coach in the NFL, and what do you think of his defense at Wisconsin?
No, he's done a good job. I've always heard good things about him. You know, Donnie's. Jim Huber I worked with my son worked with him at Pittsburgh, and Paul Chris was a good friend, and you know, and they've always done a good job. And you know, in Wisconsin, what's it been 12 years since Nebraska's had a win against them. So I don't really know them personally, but you know, I have a lot of respect for all the way they go about their business, and certainly what they put on tape. You know, those guys play hard and well coached, and you know, it'll be a tough game this weekend.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Glad you're okay. Did you